So here's a quick video of the stair railing, just with a little bit more detail of how it might actually go together. And the details in this really affect the aesthetic of it quite a bit. So basically I'm going with the concept of the wood frame all the way around, infilled with the metal railing with the tensioned wire with the cable system. So I've been looking at the cable system and looking at how it attaches. Basically, we can run the whole string of cable all the way from end to end. This is 22 feet. It will actually span 100 feet with these intermediate posts. So we'll have a tensioner at one end and a place where it's fastened at the other end. And let's just look at this rail real quick. So I basically have an intermediate post, metal post that has a flange at the bottom that can get bolted to the wood. And then I have at each end, this is just looking at the concept of this metal infill with cable railing. So we've got a end piece of metal at each end of um, the section, and then an inlaid piece of metal in the handle, and that is just going to make the handle nice and smooth to wrap your hand around and touch, and not have like a metal portion sticking out below. So let's look at that real quick, just in sections. So we would have this is the inlay right here. You can see metal inlay, and that just gives us a welding surface where we can actually weld these intermediate supports to this and make a welded frame that gets inset in the middle of this wood frame. So it's a wood frame with a metal frame with welded connections, and that's just going to give us, nice clean connections, not a lot of bolts. The metal frame will need to be bolted, or figure out another way to fasten it, but bolts to the metal frame here, just at the bottom, and then at the ends, probably 1, 2, 3 bolts. 1, 2, 3 bolts to bolt this frame to the stair. So that would be the system, and then it continues, on the stairway here, going up the stair, similar thing, where we've got at the top a metal end piece. It is welded and connected to this inlaid piece that comes up the handle. And again, we're trying to keep this nice and clean. One choice we had to make was whether or not to have these little extrusions on the back side where the railing would come. I'm sorry, the cable wire would come through. You can have a little fastener on the back side, or you can have the turnbuckle on the inside. The turnbuckle is almost invisible. Let me show what that looks like real quick. So tension fitting, turnbuckle. So here's what the turnbuckle looks like. It's basically, embedded in the wood, and this is what it's not much fatter than the cable wire. So the turnbuckle looks like this piece, and then it gets attached into the wood post. So this is what the turnbuckle looks like there as it connects in. What happened to my? There we go. So the turnbuckle would be either at the top or the bottom, or each end of each run. So it would be at the top here, or it would be at the bottom. Maybe we do it at the top, and then same, there's going to be a turnbuckle on this side or a turnbuckle on this side, not both. The other side just will have a fixed connection inside the post. It gets a lag bolted in there. So let me know what you think about this. Oh, one more thing. We need to make sure we can't fit that 4-inch ball through these stair bottoms. So I fatten the stairs up. They're 4 inches thick now, and that just reduces that width. So these aren't these thin stairs anymore. Let's look at that real quick. So here's what that stair looks like with the fatter floating post, and that's by code. We have to have that. So here's what it looks like from the bottom. We also maybe have kind of a cool opportunity for a cool detail at the bottom of this handrail. I just left the metal inlay exposed just as kind of a little ornamental piece. I thought that might be kind of cool. So we should think about this. It's a real prominent not super prominent, but it's a prominent location on the house. We should make this beautiful. What's happening here at the bottom of the stair with the railing here. So we want to look at this, study it just a little bit more. Maybe that metal actually even like turns up or something at the bottom. I don't know. Something to think about because that's a cool thing happening there and kind of a neat location. So here's what that is looking like actually in the house. Let's turn the cabinets back on. Let's just fly under the stair. So that's how that stair is looking, just with the next level of construction detail. Let me know how you think that's looking, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing outside, and we can get into more of, what these bolts look like. Because every part of the stair, I think we just want to make sure is looking really nice. It's just the centerpiece of the house, so we want to make sure this is looking really nice. Hope that helps.